lined up here. Bring it up just a tiny bit because this thing likes to focus in and out if I'm too close. So, hello everybody, this is Carla. Welcome back to the studio and thank you for joining me for another episode of Throwback Thursday. So, Throwback Thursdays are where I pull out my retired stash and I use it. And sometimes, shamefully, it's the first time that I'm using it. I purchase things, before they're going to be gone for good, and then they get put away and they kind of got forgotten about. So I'm kind of giving them some life by using them. So that is what the purpose of these Throwback Thursdays are. Now, the thing with Throwback Thursdays too, they are very well received. I get a lot of feedback that they really like that I bring out retired stuff because there's a good chance they may have it, and it gives them that inspiration to pull it out and use it and create. So, what I'm going to be using for this one now, it's not quite retired yet. It's an online exclusive item, and for the month of October, uh, every 2 months, Stampin' Up updates their last chance list. Now, the last chance list that includes items that, let's see, may have carried over from one of the paper publications. It can be something that was in the online exclusives. Now, when every 2 months rolls around, there's things that get added to it. Now, things will get added to it, and then there are some items are either then discounted or they're discounted a little bit more. And so this particular stamp set, I'm trying to think when this came out. It could have been March, it could have been May. Not 100% sure. I should have checked that before I started, but the stamp set is excuse me, Inspiration Squad. I think this is so cute. I love the lion. I think what really sold me on this stamp set was the lion, and then of course this really cute dragon. And I don't know, is that a meerkat? Not 100% sure. Um, but some exotic type of animal. So this set, it does have some really nice greetings in there. Hang in there, you make me proud, and I believe in you. And so with this stamp set, again, it's now on the last chance list. Not 100% sure if it's discounted. Let me take a really, really quick peek to see so I can let you know if this is a stamp set that maybe that you would like to get. Then I can give you that information. Of course, this will also be um, in the description too. There'll be a link for it. So actually, this particular stamp set, it was originally $21 and now it is marked down to $14.70. So it is marked down a considerable amount. I'm not seeing a low inventory on this. So after watching this video, if this is a stamp set that you would like to get, um, I'd get it sooner rather than later because once things sell out, once it's on the last chance list, it's not coming back. There's not more coming back in stock. So if it's one that you like, go ahead and grab a hold of this. Now, the price that I gave you, it is in US dollars. So if you are in Canada, I don't quite have that price in front of me. I'm looking on the website. One thing that I do want to make mention before we get started, World Card Making Day, Stampin' Up! Is doing a free virtual event on Saturday, October 4th at from 2 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So here Central Time, that would be from 3 to 4. So for this event, it is a free event, and you do need to register for it by the 3rd. So by tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So for Central, that's going to be 3 p.m. Uh, Again, it is free, but you do want to register, because once you register, Stampin' Up! Is going to email you the link to be able to access the content and to watch. What they are going to do is they're going to be creating the handmade and heartfelt kit. This is um, a kit that came out at, what was it, in September, part of our kits collection. So it's still available. But this is what they're going to be creating during this live event. Now, when you register, you'll be able to go back and watch the content again. So maybe the time that they're doing this may not be good for you. And so this have being registered, you'll be able to go back and go ahead and watch it whenever you want to. Uh, what else? Um, yeah, the other thing too, see, sometimes I kind of forget something. I know what I'm going to say, but it kind of like disappears for a moment. Another thing that Stampin' Up! Mentioned was that everyone who registers was going to get a free gift. So definitely go ahead and register for this. What the gift is, I don't really know, but yeah, definitely register. And again, if you're not able to watch it when they're doing it live, chances are I may not be able to watch it when it's live. So I'll be able, to watch it at a later date, and then I can go back and watch it as many times as I want. What I am going to do, since I got some things that are going on that day, I'm not able to plan an in-person event for World Card Making Day. But what I am going to do is I am going to go live right here on this channel at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I have this kit, and I'm going to put this kit together during my live. Um, Tomorrow night, I will be, well, when you see this, and most likely will be Friday, because I am doing that, recording this on Thursday night. But Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am going to be here. And I'm going to be creating with the Lovely Garden suite collection. Turns out that that suite is also on the last chance list. I am actually using the embellishments on my projects tonight, but there are items that are in that suite that are marked down. So, yeah, so just wanted to kind of put that out there. But again, tomorrow, Friday, October 3rd at 2 p.m. Central Time, the registration is going to close for this. And once it's closed, then you won't have access. Now, if you don't have this kit, to work on it along with Stampin' Up! When they do their event, that's okay. The kit is still available. I did not see that there was low inventory, so if you like the kit and you would like to get it, it's still available. And I think this will be available for a while too. Okay, so I just want to kind of make the importance that the registration for this is going to close at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, Friday, October 2nd. Okay, so let me bring in what we're going to work on. So again, in this stamp set, I really, really like the lion and also this dragon. He's cute too. However, for my Throwback Thursdays, I create 2 cards. So these were the 2 that I chose. So let me move that aside. Let me pull in all of my pieces here. So for my first card, my card base is pumpkin pie. This measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of basic white. This measures 4 3/8 by 3 1/8. I have a piece. This is Friends of the Ocean Designer Series paper. This paper is retired, so it's no longer available. I like this pattern that's got the pumpkin pie on it. This piece measures 4 1/4 by 3. And then out of a scrap piece of basic white, I have die cut. Which dies are these? These are the Nested Essentials. These are still available. I also stamped my lion using Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I fussy cut it. Unfortunately, there's no dies to this, so if you want the images cut out, you have to fussy cut them. We're going to be using our blends to color him in. And then ahead of time, I had taken the greeting that says, "You make me proud." I had stamped it on a scrap piece of basic black cardstock, and used my Versamark ink and heat embossed it using white embossing powder. So took care of that ahead of time just to kind of save some time. All right, so at the moment I don't need the stamp set because I got the stuff already stamped. So I am going to fold and burnish my card base. This week has been a very busy week. One of the reasons why I kind of fallen behind this week, other than, working my regular full-time job, this week, let's see, we had October 1st. So my monthly Christmas card inspiration, that video unfortunately did not get posted at 5 a.m. yesterday. It actually got done late last night. I'm going to take this designer series paper and I'm going to attach it to my basic white. And so now here's my Thursday, Throwback Thursday, which should have been scheduled for 5 a.m. on Thursday. However, yes, this is now getting done Thursday evening. And then I still have to plan all the projects for tomorrow night's live. So yeah, there was a lot of things. Plus, not only that, on the 1st, I also did my monthly newsletter. And there was a lot of stuff in that newsletter on what's going on in the month of October. And then after I had sent it out, then today, Stampin' Up! Had let us know that they're going to have a a kits collection sale. So that kit that they're going to be using for World Card Making Day, they said that all the kits are going to be on sale. So they're going to be anywhere from 10 to 30% off. So if that's a kit that you would like, I would say wait till the sale starts. Now, I did an updated newsletter that I'm going to send out. The sale is going to go from October 6th through October 8th, so it's only 3 days. So yeah, and when it hits like the 5th, I'm going to kind of send this modified newsletter out. I typically only send like one newsletter a month. However, when Stampin' Up! Comes up with some promotion or a sale, then it's like, okay, well, now let me kind of modify it a little bit and add that in there. I'm not one that likes to, I don't send newsletters out like every day. There's no reason for that, but I like to keep you informed as to what's going on. If you would like to receive my monthly newsletter, I do have a link for it in the description. When you click on that, a box will open up, and all you have to do is just put your first and last name and your email address, and then you'll be on my newsletter list. And then again, like I said, usually it's the first Tuesday of each month I will send it out. A whole list of all of my video content that I'm doing for that month will be on there. If I have anything going on as far as in-person classes, I have that in there. Anything Stampin' Up is offering, that's all in there. And then the information on like the new kits that are going to be coming out, and what else? The kits and the paper pumpkin kit that's coming up for that month. And yeah, there's just a whole lot of stuff that's in it. So if you would like to receive it, again, that link is in the description. Okay, so I am going to take, let's see, how big of a piece do I need? I'm going to take a strip of my dimensionals. I actually forgot to grab another package, so now what I have left are all these edge pieces, so I might as well use those up. Okay, so let me set that aside. I'm going to take this piece here, add some adhesive. Okay, and then I'll put this on my card base. So let's see, let me kind of line this up. Sure it's even. And I think I'm going to put this right. I don't want to line this up. Okay, so we'll stick that down. Okay, so now we're going to do some coloring. So let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Okay, and then for our line, we're going to use the light and dark pumpkin pie and the light and dark daffodil delight. Let me bring those in. Okay, so then I'm going to start off with my dark daffodil delight, and I want some shadow here. I'm doing between his toes. All right. And then, oops, let's do the base of his ears. Yeah, so next week, there's only going to be 2 videos. So next week, even though it's going to still be a busy week, it should be a little bit easier for me to get all of that stuff put together and have everything, you know, scheduled to post the way it's supposed to. Like sometimes, you know, finding the inspiration and figuring out what to do with a particular stamp set, sometimes, you know, the ideas come really quickly and easily, and then sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle. And so that's one of the things why, for example, yesterday's video ended up posting later than I wanted to. So now I'm coming in with the light, Daffodil Delight, and just kind of blending that dark and filling the rest of his body in. Now the one thing when you stamp with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, you do want to let that ink dry completely before you start coloring, because what will happen, as you're coloring, the black is going to start bleeding into your coloring, and it kind of makes the stamped image look a little bit fuzzy. So you definitely want it to completely dry before you go and color. So again, I stamped this ahead of time and fussy cut just to save time on the video. All right, so there is his body. So now I'm going to do his mane. So I'm going to color this in. Oh, I forgot to do his face. Hold on. Let me kind of get this on here. But I'll let that kind of dry, and then I'll go back and fill that in. But I'm going to color his mane using the light pumpkin pie. So this month there's actually going to be, what is it? There's 5 Thursdays and there's also 5 Fridays. So there's at least 10 videos plus the Christmas, that makes 11. Then when I get my paper pumpkin, uh, that'll be 12. And then this coming Saturday will be 13. So a lot of videos being done this month. And also, by the time the month is out, I'll also be over 300 videos here on my channel. So there's a lot of video content. Again, I have playlists created, and I do Throwback Thursdays, I do monthly Christmas card inspiration, Friday Night Lives. I think I said Throwback Thursdays, right? Um, and then in the very, very beginning, I had Step It Up Saturdays. That's where I was doing like current product. Uh, my plan when I wanted to do videos, I wanted to do them on YouTube. I didn't want to even bother with Facebook. And the problem was, in order to film through, using my phone, my cell phone, which is the only thing I have to do the lives, you needed to have at least 50 people subscribe to your YouTube channel, and I wasn't there yet. So I had most of everything I did was pre-recorded content. Oh, I forgot something. See, I'm forgetting. These lines here in his mane, I'm going to go over with the dark pumpkin pie. So yeah, a lot of stuff in the very beginning until I had 50 people. I started, was it September 23rd of 2023. By January 26th of 2024, I had enough people subscribe to my channel where I was able to then go live. And then, so I did away with the Saturdays and started doing Friday Night Lives. And those Friday Night Lives too, every one of them, whether if it was pre-recorded or, I actually went live, I've created PDFs. Has pictures of the projects. It has all the dimensions, the things that I used. And then it even has the link in it to when you click on it, it'll take you back to that video too. So there's well over, I think at this point, 80 PDFs out there. So yeah, in my Friday Night Live videos, in the description, there's actually a link that takes you to that Google Drive where I have all of them. So so if it's something that you may be interested, just check out one of the Friday Night Lives that I have done. It's that last little paragraph just above the list of supplies. Okay, so now I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of my lion because we're going to pop this up. Let's see, take some here. Okay, and then take these off. Get them unstuck. Okay, and then my greeting piece. Okay, so I'm going to take this, make sure I got everything straight here. And I'm going to add this, let's see, right about here. Make sure that that's straight. Okay, and then our lion is going to go right here, like so. And then again, like I mentioned, these embellishments, these are the starburst sequins. Again, this is part of that lovely garden suite. It was online exclusive. This too went on the last chance list. Now I can tell you for definitely sure that these are originally $8 and currently they're marked down to $6. So in here we have, I think that's Fresh Freesia, Daffodil Delight, and White. So these will get used again tomorrow night when I do my live. So I'm going to use these Daffodil Delight ones. And there's two different sizes. And again, these being sequins, they are flat. So you don't have to add like any extra postage when you're mailing this out. Okay, I'll put another one there. Okay, so there is the first card. He is so stinking cute. So there's our lion. Okay, now let me bring in what we need for our second card. All right. And again, for this one, I already pre-stamped my dragon using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I stamped it on a scrap piece of basic white, and then I used my the largest square in the Stylish Shapes dies to die cut it out. Now these dies are still available. Of course, these are still available. Oh, you know what? The first card that I did, so on this greeting piece right here, again, I used the Versamark and I stamped it on basic black and then heat embossed it using the white embossing powder. After I did that, I then used this die right here in the textured notes dies to die cut it. So these are all still available. Texture Notes is an online exclusive item, but it's not, it's not on the last chance list. It's still available. Also, the paper that I'm using on here, this too is also still available. This is the beautiful Bokeh, the Bokeh or Bokeh designer series paper. So this is actually in our annual catalog. So that is still available as well. So a lot of the things still available. Again, this stamp set, like I said, it's on the last chance list. So technically it's something that's going to end up being retired once it sells out. So again, if if it looks like a stamp set that you would like to get, you know, don't wait, because we never know how fast it's going to be that something will sell out. And because it's on last chance and it's going to be retired, once it sells out, that's it. It's not going to be available anymore. Okay, so for this card, I have for my card base, a piece of Bubble Bath, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I have a piece of basic black. This measures 5.25 by 4. I have a piece of that beautiful is it bokeh? You know, I really wanted to look at how that was pronounced before I started, and I didn't. But this designer series paper, this measures 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then out of a scrap piece of basic white, I stamped my dragon using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then I used the largest square in the Stylish Shape Size to die cut him out. So I'm going to start. I'm going to fold and burnish my card base. Now, Bubble Bath is one of those colors that's very interesting. So kind of like on its own, it looks, you know, like a pink. But when you take it and you put it up against like with something that's purple, it seems like this pink looks more like a purplish pink. So it's kind of interesting depending on the colors that you put with Bubble Bath, how that color changes a little bit. So I'm going to take my, well, actually I'm going to stamp first. So I'm going to stamp my greeting on here using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to stamp the greeting that says, I believe in you. And I'm going to stamp this directly onto my designer series paper. Now, the normally Tuxedo, the Memento Black ink, it does come in a felt pad. This is our white craft ink pad. When you order the white craft ink, you get an ink pad that's uninked. So it's a foam pad, uninked, and then you get a little white ink re-inker to where you can add it to your foam pad. What I've done is I've taken my Memento ink refill and I just inked up my foam pad. I find that the Memento it stamps a lot darker from being from a foam pad than it does from the felt pad. It's not something I came up with, but there's a lot of demonstrators that are using their Memento in this way. So when you stamp with it now, uh, up from the foam pad, it's almost like you are stamping stays on ink. So the stays on jet black is an opaque black ink. And so now with the ink being I can't talk, the Memento being on a foam pad, it stamps as if it was like stays on, but it's not. It's a water-based ink. So Memento and also the Stampin' Up ink pads. That's what you would use when you stamp your images that you're going to color in using your alcohol markers. This is the ink that you want to use. You don't want to use stays on because being that that's like a solvent ink, what's going to happen, you're going to color and your ink is just going to smear. So yeah, Memento or any of our colored ink pads is what you would use if you're coloring with your Stampin' Blends. All right, so make sure this is dry. And I'm going to bring in my seal and I'm going to adhere this to that piece of basic black. And then I'm going to adhere this down onto my card base. And then we'll go ahead and we'll color our dragon in. So we want that a little bit of a border of that black. Okay, so we'll place this on here. I want to try and get it straight. Okay. All right, so we'll set that aside. And let me close this up because we're done with this. We're done with our bone folder. Got a lot of stuff out here. Okay, so let me bring back in that scrap paper. And for this one, I am going to bring in my light and dark bubble bath, light and dark Highland Heather, and also my light and dark berry burst. So on his little horns on here, I'm going to do that using my berry burst. So I'm going to do kind of like the one side is going to be the dark. And I'm doing this with a light touch because these areas are small. And I want to try to keep the color inside of the stamped line. Let's see. Too dark over here. Okay. And then on his wing here, I'm going to do some of the dark there. And on this end of his wing. Okay. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. I'm going to take my dark Highland Heather and this shadow area right here. Okay. And then underneath. Alright, so we're going to kind of let that dry a little bit before we go in with our light. Okay, so then I'm going to take my dark bubble bath and put some right there, some around his face, and let's see, come down here. And add here. See, I'm still in the frame. Want to make sure that I don't get out of the view of the camera. Okay. Okay, I think I have everything done here. Okay, so we're going to let that dry some before I come in with the light. So let me take my my light berry burst. And then these little areas here, I'm going to fill those in. Okay, got these here. Okay, and then let's take care of this wing here. Okay. And then we're going to take our light Highland Heather and we'll kind of blend this out. Okay, and then right under here. Oh, and we forgot a spot. We get the dark again. Do the inside of his wing. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I go in with the light. So then I'm going to take my light bubble bath and I come in and color the rest of his body or her body, whichever. Okay, come here. Okay, gotta blend that out a little bit. Okay, so that looks good. Alright, and then let me get my light Highland Heather, and then let's finish coloring this in. Okay, there we go. So really super cute. See, when I look through my phone at this, it looks a little more how do I want it? It looks a little more muted, whereas in real life that pink is definitely a lot brighter than what it looks like. So I don't know if it's coming over looking brighter. Okay, so then I'm going to take my dimensionals. Let's see, I got some here, and then I think I got some more over there. It's always satisfying when you finish off a sheet. My God, I'm falling all over the place here. Don't mind my arm. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's put that there. Piece there, and then I want to put some in the middle so it's not sagging. Okay. Now I got to remember to put some more new sheets of dimensionals up here on my desk before I go live tomorrow night. Okay, there's still paper on there. Okay. And now we'll take this and we will center this like so. And then I'm going to bring in these Starburst sequins again, and I'm going to use this Fresh Freesia. And smaller ones. Okay, there we go. So there is our second card. Now, you can add Wink Stella to this dragon too if you would like. I'm not gonna put it on there. I'll put it on this at the moment. So, but yeah, there's our cute dragon. And then let me bring in the first card we did using the lion. So, if you like the projects that I have made in this episode, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and then also hit that little notification bell. It'll let you know when I post some new video content. I do at least 2 videos a week. And also when I go live, it'll let you know when I am going live. Again, I go live on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow I will be again using the Lovely Garden. So if this is for Friday, I'm going to use that Lovely Garden suite that is actually on the last chance list right now. Also along with the stamp set that we also used in this episode as well. And again, this is discounted. I think was it $14.40. So yeah, it's actually I can bring it up. Hold on. Yeah, this was regularly $21 here in the US, and it's marked down to $14.70. So if you like this, again, I wouldn't wait because you just never know when it's going to be sold out. Another thing too, just as a reminder, World Card Making Day. Again, the registration for that is going to end on Friday, October 3rd at 2 p.m. Not 2 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So whatever time zone that you're in, just kind of be mindful of that. And yeah, because once 2 o'clock Mountain Time hits, then you're not going to be able to register for it at all. And again, it's great because you'll have the link to where you can rewatch the video content, and also all of those that do register, they are going to get a free gift from Stampin' Up as well. So I don't want you to miss out on that. And again, on Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I will be going live and I will be putting together that handmade and heartfelt kit that Stampin' Up! Will also be creating during their World Card Making Day event. Again, the link, I do have a link, as a matter of fact, in the description of the video that will take you directly to the Stampin' Up! Website to where you can register for that. There's also a link in there that'll take you to all the last chance products. So again, this will be in there. Those embellishments will be in there along with the suite I'm going to use tomorrow night or Friday night, because you're probably going to see this during Friday, because again, it's getting posted kind of late here on Thursday. And I think that is it. Again, I got also a link to my newsletter if you would like to receive that. Again, I don't bombard you throughout the entire month with a bunch of emails. Uh, I basically it's the one a month, and unless something, Stampin' Up has added since I did that newsletter that I just want to let you know about. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, for the liking, the commenting, and I do answer all the comments that are left for me. I appreciate you taking the time again for stopping by and watching. Again, there is a lot of video content out here on my channel, so if you like Stampin' Up product, go and take a look. Again, I got things, playlists created for everything that's my Throwback Thursday, everything that's the monthly Christmas, the Paper Pumpkin, the Fridays. They're all there. So until next time, everybody, have a blessed one. Bye bye.